Hi everyone, it's Teresa. Welcome back to my channel, Scented Obsessions. This is my what I've been warming video. It's meant to be weekly. I'm always late. And as per usual, I'm late again. So this is heavy on Scentsy tester pots. If you're new to Scentsy, as consultants, we get these tester pots so customers can smell wax. I'm no longer with Scentsy, so I had hundreds of these to melt through, and I gave myself a challenge that I'm not meant to be buying any more wax until I'd got through the pots. That's not really what I've stuck to, because I have done a pretty big Scents and Sensibility haul, and I've also got a Scentsy haul that I'm still waiting to arrive. But let's get into it. So what I will say is these pots are not representative necessarily of the performance of the Scentsy Wax bar. So if I've melted the bar, I will tell you how that did for me in previous times. But most of these tester pots were about 6 to 8 hours. Most were light to medium, probably light, because they're very old. So there's a lot of them. I often did them in 4s, but I'll tell you about which mixes I did, where I did them. But just bear in mind, these are not really representative of how I think the wax normally does. Certainly not in my experience, because some of these were incredibly light and short-lived, and that isn't always what I've had with the wax. So I've got quite a lot of Scentsy pots. I've got other Scentsy, and I've got some other bits and bobs from others as well. But you'll see as we go through that I was really focused, shall we say, on the Scentsy pots. So first up, I've got the Angel and Stitch pots. So 624 is Angel and 626 is Stitch. 624 is kind of like a raspberry bubblegum smell, and Stitch 626, which is one of my favourite licensed ones, is like a tropical fruit scent. So I just did one in each of the warmers in the kitchen, and yeah, it was kind of 4 to 6 hours. Sometimes I changed it, sometimes I just let it go, depending on how busy I was. But once I was getting through these, I kind of realised how much I was getting out of them, basically. So next I did 3. I did 2 coconut cotton and 1 blue coconut beach. These were never ones that I gravitated towards when it was wax wise, but most in my experience from memory were about like a medium. They were never boomers. And just pleasant coconut kind of laundry scent in there for the most part. Next, and like you see, you'll see quite a lot of these 4s that I did, and they're often 4 different ones. I did 2 in each warmer that I think would kind of blend together, but I kept the scent families together, so kind of florals or fruities or woodsies. So this one we've got, I did Vitamin U Unwind and Shimmer in one warmer, and I did Magnolia Linen and Pink Sugarberry Mint in the other. I could basically just smell the pink sugarberry mint, the rest of it, but it was just kind of like a pleasant pink, cozy kind of body care kind of scent going on. So they were fine together. It wasn't a bad mix. None of these were a bad mix. It's just what you picked up on in the few hours that they were going for. The next 4 were, I had 2 Summer Moonlights, so I put them together, and then I mixed it with Black Raspberry Vanilla and Cloudberry Dreams. So Summer Moonlight is one of my all-time favourites. It is strawberry, sandalwood and sweet pea. Black Raspberry Vanilla is a very bog standard. I think a lot of places do these kind of mixes, but yeah, generally dark berries and vanilla. And Cloudberry Dreams was very strong in the wax bar. Very strong, one of the strongest I've done. And it's like a fruity mixed with rose, I believe, from memory. So very strong ordinarily. This was again a pleasant fruity pink berries kind of mix in the lounge, I believe I did. So this next one was kind of like a citrus category. So I did in one warmer coconut lemongrass and blue grotto, and the other one I did pineapple mango and iced citrus. So coconut lemongrass is a bestseller, and it's really famous for being strong. Probably an unpopular opinion, but I've never liked it. It reminds me of Thai food, but not the kind, not in a good way. It reminds me as if I've been cooking Thai food, and I think for a lot of people it actually gets rid of food scents. So I think I'm in the minority, but that one definitely was stronger than Blue Grotto. And then in the other one, pineapple mango and iced citrus, again just very light, but tropical fruit kind of vibes going on, tropical citrus. The next one was kind of like a green set. So I had Amazon Rain and Aloe Water and Cucumber. They are bestsellers for Scentsy. They will always be in the catalogue. They're very green, spa-like scents, both very good. And Aloe water and cucumber is very, very strong ordinarily, and Amazon Rain is kind of like a medium for me. And then the other two were Mediterranean Morning, which was a new release, I want to say last spring and summer, winter. And Bamboo and Rainfall. So again, that was just a pleasant, green, fresh vibes going on when I was warming that. And again, Bamboo and Rainfall was quite a medium strong in the bar, so they're just old wax basically. The next one was kind of like a floral mix. So I had 2 French Lavender and 2 Bora Bora Blossom. So French Lavender I always used to have in my collection because I loved mixing it with lemon sorbet. Then Provence Lavender came along and I preferred that one. But I'll always gravitate towards lavender scents. That was nice. French Lavender was always quite strong for me. And Bora Bora Blossom is a very light, tropical, fruity, floral scent, but it is one of my faves, so I kind of figured it being light. And obviously it was light from the tester pods, but I mean in general that to me was a quite light bar. Next we've got kind of like a Disney quad. I know you can't see because of the glare, but I'm reading them out. So Disney Princess True Love Awaits, which is like a pink sweet berry fruit from memory. Totally Mini, Oh Boy, and Mickey Mouse and Friends, but these are all just fruity mixes. So some are a bit strawberry, orange, raspberry, kind of berries. So again, all together, an absolutely fine kind of fruity mix. Next is like a laundry quad. So I had Clothesline and Frosty Air together. Now to me, Frosty Air was almost identical to Clothesline, so I don't know why they released that out personally. I think it was a favourite and it was in the laundry line, but for me it smelled almost identical to Clothesline. Clothesline is the strongest scent Scentsy sell, and I think it's the best seller as well. They'll often say it's Luna, but I always used to have customers that would buy Clothesline, and it smells exactly how you described, kind of like clean sheets after the wash. And then the other two were Clean Breeze and Windowsill Breeze, which are the other 2 laundry scents that come in. Well, Clean Breeze is there all the time, Windowsill Breeze is gone. But that was just in the kitchen, and again, even they were light, and usually all of those are kind of powerhouse kind of scents for me, so that just tells you where the wax life was at. This one was a woodsy mix, so I had 2 Woodland Meadow, which I really like. It's like a sage-based scent. Yeah, it's gone away now and I can't see it coming back. I don't think many people liked it, but I really like sage. So that was a really nice meadow sage scent. Generally speaking, quite light to medium. And then Huckleberry Hideaway, which I never bought really, and I can't really remember it. But it was like a fruit. It was in the woodsy category, but kind of fruity woodsy. And then Evening Sky, which was relatively a new release. I can't remember if it's still in the catalogue, but it's kind of like a vanilla woodsy kind of vibe. So those 4 together, again, just kind of woodsy, creamy spa, I guess. Next, for the bakery fans, I finally hacked into bakery. Now, this is a bit of a cheat, really, because it's all the vanillas. So is it bakery? Debatable. But we had Very Vanilla, Vanilla Amber, Vanilla Waves, and Vanilla Bean Buttercream. So Vanilla Bean Buttercream, for me, is by far the strongest out of all of those. And it's a bestseller in the bakery category for Scentsy. Vanilla Waves was discontinued quite a while ago, but that was vanilla and kind of like sea salt. Vanilla Amber, I really do like. I've got several bars of it. To me, it's not an edible vanilla, but I think to a lot of people it is, and it is in the bakery section. But to me, it's like a body care vanilla I quite like. And Very Vanilla, straight up, middle of the road, neither edible nor kind of perfumey, but for me it was always very light. So that was kind of like a nice vanilla vibe going on in the kitchen. Next, we did floral. So we've got Peace Lily Be With You. I really, really like this one. I really like this bar. So it's kind of a apple floral scent. So I used to love it in the kitchen. It was always really fresh, and for me, it was quite strong. And then Green Tea Jasmine is always a strong bar for me. But again, these were very, very light in the pots, but they were quite nice together, just a floral mix. Next we have, oh, what did I do here? Right, this is a bit of a mix, but it should be kind of woodsy really. So White Pumpkin and Driftwood, which is the strongest of these 4, and it was also strong in the bar, but that was kind of like a wintry, woodsy pumpkin kind of scent. Then I did Kikubi and Coconut, which was a, I want to say a summer bar a couple of years ago, which was like macadamia nut, coconut, kind of creamy nut. Dashin, which is like a creamy woodsy, and then Vanilla Barnwood, which is similar. So those 4 were really quite nice, like creamy sandalwood background kind of scents. But the strongest one out of all of those was the White Pumpkin and Driftwood. I could definitely smell that the most. Next we did a kind of, it is a floral mix, but it's kind of like a fruity floral mix. So opal flowers was always incredibly light for me, even in the bar. I didn't gravitate towards it. It wasn't a favourite, but again, just a non-offensive light floral. Aloha Orchid, I really liked. That's a tropical fruit floral. Chamomile Petals, again, it kind of passed me by. It was a scent of the month, I believe. I want to say quite a while ago. And yeah, chamomile and floral. So again, it wasn't really anything I was going to gravitate towards. And Scarlet Sunflower I really like, but that is, I think it's something like sunflower and strawberries. But yeah, kind of like a nice floral mix. Next, this will have been some sort of fruity or citrus mix. Oh, you can't really see because of the glare. But pink rhubarb sugar, which to me is like a raspberry lemonade. I know it's rhubarb, but I get more raspberry than rhubarb. Sparkling Yellow, which was part of a rainbow collection, which they then brought back. But I think it's like a pineapple lemon mix. Sun Castles, which is like a creamy, beachy, sun cream, suntan kind of vibes. And then Sunset Citrus is a citrus fruit one, but I think there was a vibe in there that I didn't enjoy. But these together, again, were quite fine, not offensive, just like a fruity tropical mix. And then the last one, I think was like a fresh mix, really. Just Breathe. So that's really popular. Again, it wasn't a favourite of mine, but it was something like eucalyptus. And I can't remember what else is in it, but kind of like eucalyptus fix kind of vibes. Bonfire Beach, which is like a creamy, for me, it's got a creamy background with kind of, yeah, bonfire, flint, toasted marshmallows kind of vibes. Luna, which is a famous one, it's one of the most popular, but again, a light one. It's kind of berries and sandalwood. And then Ariel Under the Sea, which I think is just an aquatic fresh. So that was all of the tester pots I got through, which I'm quite proud of myself. It's quite a lot, but I was using 2 at a time in each warmer, get through them. And then I was kind of putting them in 9ish in the morning. And then at about tea time, if I couldn't smell them, I was changing them out and then kind of like recycling it the next morning, like the same process. So I've got through quite a few. So all these are going in the recycling. So just to finish off Scentsy, other wax that I did Jammy Time in my bedroom. This is really, really strong. And I think after warming all of these very light, almost non-existent pots, I just wanted something to hit me in the face. So Jammy Time, it's something like sweet pea and freesia, but it is strong, it is very good, and really enjoy that one. Warm Amber and Plum, I did this one in the bedroom. I really like this one. I can't remember the notes, but it's, for me, it's one of the cozies. So it's kind of a cozy in fruit, reminds me of cozy cashmere. And this is one of those bars where I really, really love it, but I forgive it for being light. It is light in the bedroom, even with 4 cubes, even in a small bedroom or a normal size bedroom. But I've got a couple of bars of that because I enjoy the scent. Tangerine and Sugarcane. So this was a summer collection last year, I want to say. And that is really juicy. But yeah, bright orange, which I'm assuming is tangerine. And I did that in the spare room. With I find with citrus in my house, it kind of comes out really, really strong and then it dies a death quite quickly. But it was quite nice to freshen up the area. That will have been part of a de-stash or a bundle. Now I'm finally through the Scentsy Suds sheets. If you are a Scentsy customer, please never buy these ever. I ended up using one sheet, one whole, it's the size of the box really, but kind of one whole sheet. I never perforated it, and that did clean claws, but it didn't scent the claws. And I would strongly suggest buying any other detergent sheet rather than £27 on these. So I got these in a whiff box, so the box itself was half price, so I'll have paid far less, but I would never recommend those. I'm glad they're done. I've now figured out that I've got 4 laundry liquids to get through. I thought I had less than that and I don't, so it'll be quite a while before I move on to a different laundry range, but I'm glad they're finished. These, however, I do like. So these are the room sprays. So this one is Winterberry Apple Tea. So I'll put these in the bathrooms as a bit of an air freshener, and these are the water-based ones that we got in the UK. Well, everywhere gets them now, but originally it was oil-based, but they're now water-based, so we can have these. So I've replaced this one with another one. Again, I'll have got them all for half price when I was a consultant getting perks. So the last few bits that I melted, because it was mostly the tester pots, so I did some Village Wax. Oh, the glare is horrendous. This one is Raspberry and Peppercorn. And again, I have reviewed this one already because I've melted it before, I believe. or maybe I haven't, but it is, and again, I can't remember the notes, but fruity and consistent wax performance with Thought Company, where it's at least a medium for 1 heart, which is good. And the other one I did was Pinky Sands, and I have done this one before, which is a dupe for Pink Sands by Yankee. This one is particularly strong, really, really good. From the Scents and Sensibility guys, I've only got a few, but that's because I wanted to focus on the tester pots, but I have just ordered quite a large order from them, so I'll do a whole video when it comes in, but I wanted to make space. So I got through a wax, like kind of snap bar of Tranquil Island Melt Sands, sorry. I got this in a like a bundle, mystery bundle. And yeah, it's a very fruity, exotic kind of fruity floral kind of scent. Again, really good performance from them. I always do with Scents Scentsibility, really strong. This was one of my favourites that they did, Wild Bluebell and Bergamot. I know, it's backwards. Now, I can't remember if this is like a laundry dupe, because I've seen a few different companies do this, but it's very, very good. And I think I had 4 cubes left, and again, at this point, I just wanted something strong. So I did 2 cubes in each, warm in the lounge. Lasted a good couple of days. It's always very pretty wax, and it was very good. So I'm sad to see that one go. But again, what I like about Scents and Scentsibility is there's always something new, so you don't have that feeling of hanging on to anything for too long. You enjoy it for what it is. It's gone, and then new things come about all the time. The Girl Next Door, so this is the one that I said on call. It reminds me a bit of Pink Sugarberry Mint from Scentsy without the mint. So very kind of strawberry, candy floss, very sweet. So I did 3 cubes in the kitchen, again, just to kind of brighten up the space, and I enjoyed that. And then the last thing to mention this time round is I finished off the Avon, you can't even see that, Sand Lily and Amber. Now, I did 2 cubes first time round when I was reviewing how the wax did, and this time I finished the 4, but it was a bit too much for me. There was a floral note in there I didn't like, but that's a scent preference, not the performance issue. So again, it was strong, it was good, but I took it out before it was really due to be taken out, because I wasn't really getting on with that. Kind of, there's a note in there that wasn't working for me. So that is what I got through. It is recycling day for me, so I'm now going to put all of these in there. An update on this week. So I'm away Thursday to Sunday, so as much as this was just over a week of melting, I'm not sure I'll have much to share on Sunday. Like I say, I'm away anyway, so it will be next Monday. I don't know if there's any hauls going to come in at that time. The Scents and Sensibility guys have shipped theirs, which is great. So if I get a chance to record that before I go, the next couple of videos might be haul videos rather than what I've been warming, because I've got more coming in than what I'm melting over the next week or so. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Wow, another 18-minute video. And I'll try to do that quite quickly. So thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.